This will probably be the last time I record like 4 videos in a row, or in one session rather, at least for this project. But yeah, it's a Yooka-Laylee video game. Wowie. Alright, so this challenge here, if you didn't figure it out from what I was doing there, basically somewhere in each of these rooms is a series of these icons. You need to basically shoot the corresponding icons in roughly the same order. If you don't have the flight move, you can get past these by shooting them in the same way you would shoot the icons, but I have the flight move, so why would I bother? Alright, so our order for this one is quack, red, green, yellow. Okay. Yeah, for the first few, it's gonna be a little bit easier to tell what exactly you gotta do for what, but it does get a bit longer. Or not so much to tell what you're supposed to do, but, you know, to remember what the correct order is. Alright, this one's 5. Green, red, quack, purple, Rextro. Oh, that's the wrong one. Yeah, what's this next one? Oh, this one's just, 3 thing 1. There's one in here that's like 7, and that's the one that always gives me trouble. Okay, red, green, green, and then blue. Okay, so this is, well, not really interesting in the slightest, honestly, but you do have to break some boxes before you can properly do all this. Oh wait, I don't, yeah, it was 8, wasn't it? Or no, the thing was down there. This is just the buttons you have to shoot. Yeah, okay. Yep. Oh! Forgot you were down here. Actually, how many of the Ghost Riders have we gotten so far? Yeah, all of them except you, so... yeah, you're gonna be the last one, buddy. Alright, so... orange, purple, red, blue, yellow. Okay, so that was just 5, but still a sizable chunk, I guess. Alright, so orange. Fuck. Huh? Okay, I guess that's that worked out anyway, I guess, but that wasn't what I was intending to do. But yeah, that brings us to 172 tokens. So we need 8 more. Where are those remaining 8? Well, only place we haven't really looked is the center now, so let's go check the heck out of that center. Alright, we're gonna get all bubbly right now, just because it's a little bit breezier to get through here when you're in bubble mode. Come on. There we go. There's 4 more. Then I guess we're still missing some. Well, we're definitely missing quills too. How many quills are we missing though? Let's see. Oh. Only 3, so you're gonna be seeing something a little special and new here that we haven't been able to do in any of the previous levels so far. How's about that? That is, once we figure out where the last few things we're missing are at. So, just give me 1 second, and I'll get on the lookout for those. Well, I found one of them. So, yeah, I forgot this was here. How's about that? So, this is the last remaining set of tokens. However, there are still 3 quills I'm not sure about somewhere. So, let's get a lookin'. Oop. Heard a noise. Okay, there's one over here. There's one over here. Is the last one around here? No? Oop. There it is. Okay. Found it. So, trying to look for all those added about 40 minutes to the timer. Maybe? I don't know. Guess we'll see in editing. All 3 of those quills I was missing, and yeah, as you saw, getting all the quills in the level gets you another pagey. And that's something. How many pages do we have right now, actually? Like, in total. 82. So, let's see. Add 19 to that total, and that brings us to 91. 93 once we're done getting all the Rextro minigame shenanigans done. So, let's just go turn in all these tokens. Hmm? What you mean? Oh! Evidently I'm great at math. Yeah. I guess I misread that as just 9 and not 19 pages we're gonna be getting. So yeah, we have exactly enough pages to just go ahead and beat the game now. I mean, we're not going to, but, you know, we could. But instead, we have to press start butt and play some hurdle hijinks, which honestly is probably going to be the last thing we do with this video, because I'm kind of getting bored of the game. Or not bored, but just burnt out. Also, college is a scam. Alright, so, let us begin. So, I'm just going to be skipping to the second playthrough, because y'all don't need to see this twice. And also, I don't have enough to say about this game that I can do this twice and have actual commentary running. I guess I could just talk about, I don't know, stuff that's been happening in my personal life, but nah, I'm trying to not go overboard with that. Just because I always hated it when people would just make Let's Plays that were basically just glorified vlogs back in the day. And I kind of took that to a more knee-jerk extent of hating it when people talked about anything that wasn't the game as a whole in their commentary, which is kind of funny since I did actually watch plenty of people who did that and didn't mind it when they did it, but you know. See, something you kind of have to learn about me is kid me was stupid. Anyway, this is Hurdle Hijinx. This one sucks a lot. Although I say that and I didn't actually have too much trouble with the first round of this, so maybe the second round will be less terrible than it usually is. But basically, your goal here, as always, is to just collect a lot of quills, reach a certain score threshold. I forgot what the high score was, but you need to beat that. And basically, you want to avoid getting knocked by, or getting hit by anyone during all this. And, excuse me, I've really got to sneeze right now. Or just sniffle a bit, I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, you want to avoid getting hit by anyone. I think it takes a bit of your score away, but most importantly, you have health during this, which isn't something you've had for any of the previous minigames. And as well, if you get hit by an enemy, or if you know, run into a wall, you get pushed back a bit. You can negate getting pushed back a bit by holding down the roll button for a bit, but that also hurts your mobility for a little while. And yeah, if you get pushed back like all the way to the edge of the screen, you lose some score, take some damage, etc., etc. Oop. But yeah, hold down R2 if you get too far away from the center area that you're supposed to be at. Okay, we did things all right here. But yeah, for the first round of this, I would say probably a good idea is to take advantage of the zoning thing, I guess. Basically getting out of bounds. Because if you get out of bounds, you have a pretty generous, like, time where the game will just kind of, like, scroll ahead of you, and you can just sit there doing nothing for a little while. And, like, if you use that, then you can just get to the end just fine, because your goal the first time around is just to finish the minigame without dying, basically. Whereas the second time, you have to get a certain score for that. Anyway, that actually didn't take too much hassle this time, so I'm feeling fine about that. So you know what, what do we have left to do here? Looks like, nothing? Yeah, nothing seems about right, so why not? Let's return to the hub world and do some things there. Right, so now it's time to start the backtracking. Let's just keep the timer running and let's say about 4 or 5 minutes on the clock. Why not? And that'll be about all the backtracking we can do for now. And then I'll be done for the night. And I guess the rest of the week, depending on how busy work ends up being the next 5 days. So, we're going to start with this little area here, as far as backtracking is concerned, let's not do that. I keep doing that a lot of the time because I keep thinking like roll is on L2 even though it's not. Yeah, that's not exactly a challenging objective, but it's cool. It's one of those objectives I think is just more there to teach you that you can do that than to actually be an interesting objective in its own right. And that's fine, I guess. Like, a lot of people don't really like Ivory Towers as a hub world, and I don't really get that. I mean, the loading times between areas are kind of awful, especially if, like me, you're still using a hard drive as opposed to a SSD. Or just if you're playing on console in general, because, you know, consoles can't support the same kind of SSDs as a computer can. Like, well, at least not current gen consoles. Maybe if you were playing this on, like, backwards compatibility off the PlayStation 5 or the Xbox Series X, because I think those you're supposed to be able to store games on the SSD, even if they're like PS4 or Xbox One games. So maybe the loading would improve on those. But yeah, this game just takes a long time to load, and to be fair, that is partially just because it's loading everything at once, but you know, it still kind of sucks, all things considered. I'll pop down there in a bit, but before we do all that, let's head on up here and take on whatever this is. Oh, actually, I should go back to Vendy real quick, because I did change my tonic during all that stuff happening. Here we go. Yeah, that's what I want. Alright, so, you know what? I'm just gonna do this a proper way, because it's not really that fun if I'm just, like, using flight for everything. Oh wow, that's a hell of a reach. We're not going to be doing anything in this area over here just yet, because that's the area the final level's in, and I kind of want to do that all, you know, when we do said area. So over here we have the Novel Hovel, which, this one, before we do all of this, we just want to jump on all these and see what sounds they make. So yeah, 1, 4, and 6 we need to move over here. Then the others, you have to push forward, actually. Or you could pull from the back, I guess. I think so, anyway. No, you actually don't have a hook on the back. So, there's that one. I think that's everything as far as pages in this, like, general area, aside from, obviously, stuff there that we're gonna be saving for later. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's nothing down there. So, let's just go back to the beginning, shall we? Alright, so, here we are. Back in the second loading zone, I guess. I was thinking on, like, maybe doing it to where, like, we do the area the world is in when we do the backtracking for said world, but then I realized there's plenty to do in Tribal Stack, but only, like, one thing we have left to do in its hub area, to my recollection, anyway. Yeah, that one's a pretty simple challenge. Is there anything left to do in here other than that? I don't think so. In fact, how many pages are we missing in here? 16 out of 20. Let's see, I know what one of those is. Yeah, so we might just have, like, one thing left to do per section of the hub, I guess. Because I know there's at least 2 in the big area that we're not going to until we actually get around to the last world. Nothing in the archive, I don't think. I believe there should still be something around here. Yeah, okay. Just remembered what it was I was forgetting about. No. I suppose I could do Gunlet Run, but I don't want to. God damn it. And there we go. Broke down the glass, and all I gotta do now is head on back to the area Tribal Stack's in. And hey, that brings us to a pretty good location to end on. I don't remember if I properly went up this way before, but let's just do it while we're here, just in case. Why not? Oh, hello. Whatever, I don't care. So yeah, this thing over here. So, pretty simple challenge here. Just gotta roll. Gotta be rolling. Oh, come on. There we go. Yeah, simple challenge, but I always came back here on my first playthrough every time I got a new move that I felt like, hey, maybe this will work here, and it never did. There it is! Got it!